Okay, I should be live. Hi, it's me, your Mother Goose Justine, and I am back with another Amberlyn Reed React. I would love to welcome my gaggle back to my flock. Today I'm going to be reacting to Amberlyn's latest video titled, I'm not sure, but she goes to the hospital again, and Winifred takes her to the dang hospital, so don't worry, we're about to get the 411, everybody. I'll have a timestamp to when this reaction begins, pinned in the comments, and it'll also be in the description of today's video. In case you want to skip me catching up with my audience in the beginning, I kind of don't blame you guys because we'll be talking a lot today. Eloise was first. Congratulations. Megan was next. Ella, Valentine, Jody, Evergreen, and great news, everybody. Sophie's not going to be here today, it looks like, so it should be a nice, relaxed stream. Wait, what is this that Jamie is sharing in the chat? Chart Lynn? What is this? What is Chart Lynn? Excuse me, on Twitter, what is this? Oh my god. You guys, it's too much. It's too early for this. It's Jaffe said we should elect a replacement Sophie. It's already been done. It's already been done. Sophie's been replaced, so I still have like a throat thing. I don't know what's up with it. Remember I had it last time? It's still friggin' here. I don't know what's up with that. I've been drinking water, trying to get this dang throat thing to go away. Oh my god. Forget it. That's right, Jody. Get wrecked, Sophie. That's right. Chartlyn has an Instagram account too. Oh my god, stop. The Wrong Shoes has no idea who Sophie is. That's for the best. That's... Guys, I'm teasing. That's just a new mod that I'm hazing. You have a throat thing too, Sarah? Well, yeah, I don't know. So does my sister, though she just got over the coronavirus. I did not have coronavirus, but I seem to have a similar throat thing. Though luckily, it's accompanied with no other symptom at all. It's just a weird throat thing, and it's driving me nuts. I think I need to eat more oranges. Oh, Rachel, Rachel just got back from their honeymoon. Congratulations. And they said my new spouse and I both caught bugs on our trip. At least we tested negative for COVID. Thank God. We're one of the lucky ones because I feel like everybody's getting it right now. They're a relatively new mod, Ella. It's been longer than a month, but they're still relatively new. Okay, so I had someone in here, and maybe it was you, Rachel. They were saying, was it Rachel? It may have been, but either way, those of you that maybe have been out of the Amberverse for a while and you don't know what's going on and you need catching up. Look, I don't blame you. There's a whole lot going on in the Amberverse, and it's going to take a while to catch you up completely because so much happens. But what's been going on lately is Amber has been crying about something and she's not ready to tell us what it is yet. That's been the past couple videos. That's the main thing that you've missed if you've been out of the Amberverse in a while. What's Amber crying about? Should she be talking to a friggin' therapist about it? Should she be talking to us instead of a therapist? Does she have a therapist? These are all questions that we're not going to know, so... I don't know if there's any containers in this video, Javi. I did watch it yesterday on Discord. I was really relaxed. I don't even remember it. I do remember her going to the hospital, and I think I remember what the traumatizing thing is that happens. But I remembered it being because I was barely paying attention. I remember it being really boring, and I said that to the narkler earlier, and she was like, "Were we watching the same video?" She said, "The narkler says this video I'm about to react to was infuriating." I don't remember that. I was in a haze when I watched this yesterday. I have no clue. So, anywho, I did see some comments earlier about my hair. Let's go ahead and bring the conversation back to that, shall we? So, I'm still using the Wee Dad products. Today I used, well, first of all, I sleep with it in a cap. Right, well, I've been doing that, but... So I took it out of the cap, I shook it out, and using these products, it's like when I take it out of my bun and out of the cap in the morning, it looks nice already. Like my hair already looks nice. So I just mist it with some water. Then I scrunched in. I feel like I already used a third of this. Curl shaper out of thin air. I put this in my hair. I scrunched that in, and then I finished it off with the volumizing texture spray. So I've been using the weed. I actually have a refresher spray coming in the mail today. So, also from Wee Dad. And there's a few other things I want to get, but God, I forget the name of it, but it comes in a jar. And it's basically a leave-in conditioner, but they only have the smaller size in stock. And look at the length of my hair. There is no point of me buying 2 ounces of anything. There's no point. I have to wait till the larger sizes are in stock. Bitterful's in here. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys with my hair. Let me look at myself right now. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's kind of crunchy. I went a little heavy-handed in it this morning, but I'm still getting used to these products. I can tell you I still don't love... I tried Wee Dad. This is now the second time I've tried the hairspray. I just don't love hairspray. I love, like, it gives me more volume, a little more shine. It keeps it in place, but then my hair doesn't feel good, so... Junix said, my stylist uses Wee Dad. When I tried at home, though, my hair looks like a train wreck. I know, it's so hard to do. I think that the trick is, and I'm still working on this myself, is doing it in sections. Applying product in sections. And I have thin hair, so when I make sections with my hair, they're not very big. So maybe I'm not using enough, or the sections are too big, or maybe they're too small. I don't know, but stylists can do it. When we do it at home, we have to friggin' play around. Racy J said, we still don't know why Amber's soul is crushed. Her soul's probably crushed because she's ruining her own life with her food choices. I mean, it's that simple. It's probably really depressing. Like, she's in this position she finds herself in because of the food that she's ordering on Uber Eats. Like, it's just, it's absolutely incredible. Bitterful, your presence is my gift. Lola said, I've never had to scrunch out the crunch. As my hair dries, the crunchy feeling goes away. Yes, my hair is the same. It's just, I just did my hair like 2 hours ago, so it's still crunchy. You think it's something big, Racy J? Something going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Amber. Liv said, I don't have the arm strength to do my hair in sections. I know, tell me about it. Like, I've said it before, I'm glad my hair is thin because I don't have the money for all the products if it were thick, and I don't have the spoons to tie it up in a ponytail. Like, my arms get, when I'm bunching this up to wrap it up, my arms get tired. It's a lot of hair. It's long. Yes, we saw Wasabi recently, Bitterful. We have seen Wasabi, and Wasabi looks alive, so that's good. But Wasabi, like usual, looks like Wasabi wants a brush. I keep forgetting if Wasabi's a boy or girl, and I'm sorry. But Wasabi always looks like Wasabi wants a brush. Yeah, Mom Amy said when you order Mexican food like 3 times a week. And that's what sucks about it because, like, her problems are directly due to her choices. It, Liv, I don't even want to say it out loud. I'm trying to avoid doing theories in my videos, but that's basically what we've been discussing on the Discord, and that's, I think, a lot of people's theory with Winifred and November 1st and all of it. I shouldn't have even said all that because I'm honestly trying to keep the theories off my channel. Keep it to the Discord, but in the chat. But that's a lot of people's theory. I mean, I just have a feeling that when Amber finally tells us what's been going on, I bet it has nothing to do with Winifred. It probably has something to do with, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I have a feeling she's going to come at us with something else. Yes, it is, Sarah. Mom Amy said, Winifred makes her so sad she needs food. Amber is so sad she needs food no matter who she's dating. She somehow always manages to find a reason to eat, no matter who she's with. I don't know, guys. We'll see what happens with whatever Amber's upset with. I don't know, but like, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine putting my own audience through that personally. Like, crying and then not telling you guys why I'm crying. Do you guys remember when my cat was missing for 2 weeks? Do you guys remember that? Probably not, because I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say I was upset, and I was. I was barely eating. I was so upset those 2 weeks. I couldn't even think about anything else, really, but I was still reacting like nothing was happening. And I didn't tell you guys because I didn't want to open that, you know, I don't know. I didn't want to upset everybody. I was feeling certain he'd still come back. I didn't want to put it out there in the universe. I don't know. It's okay to just keep it to yourself and your friends and family. Like, your freaking audience doesn't have to know every upsetting thing. If you feel like it's none of our business or you're not ready to share. I was not ready to share that Simba was gone. Okay? And luckily, Simba came back like nothing happened, and it was the weirdest thing ever. He just wandered on the deck looking great, like somebody was really taking care of him. Either way. I know, Mom said we had no clue you were sad. I'm not saying that everybody needs to, like, handle stuff like that, but it's just weird. It would just be weird if I were, like, on stream crying because my cat's missing. That's an understandable reason to be upset. But if I were crying and I'm like not telling you guys why I'm crying. Yes, Jody said Simba was on a business trip. I've learned of that since. He was on a great adventure. I can't believe he fucking did that. I hate my cat is, and he still is. That was in July. That was what was it? I think July 9th he went missing until the 24th or something like that. Yeah, Simba is a difficult teen, Ashley. He's not really a teen. He's, what is he, 4 years old now? Over 4? He's a full-blown adult. You think it was attention-seeking, Samantha? What Simba did? Well, I tell you what, it kind of worked because since then, I've bought it. Guys, since then I've changed everything because I'm trying to keep him happy with the house and it's working. I've done a great job with the cat, I gotta say. Excuse me. Rachel said you need to get those emotions out before going live or filming. Don't know why Amber doesn't get that, aside from her wanting pity from everyone and not going to therapy. See, I was really lucky because when this was going on, it's not like I didn't have let my emotions out. Trust me. I wasn't sharing with you guys, but friggin', my family knew, the narcler knew. Hon, I'm streaming.
I ate a piece of cake.
Okay.
Have another piece?
Sure.
Okay.
And yeah, Simba was not clickbaiting Samantha. Like, but anyway, so I let it out. There were times that I dried tears before I went live. Like, guys, trust me. Trust me, that was, I can't believe that happened. I was praying all day, like it was horrible. Uh, but anyway, so Simba is mostly inside now. The only thing is that my family members sometimes let him out. In fact, he's out right now. He's been out since this morning. Drives me nuts. That wasn't me. If it were just me, I'd be able to keep him in, but friggin'. Simba went on a vision quest, Marina said. I know, Mom said your poor sister. Tell me about it. It's not like Erica doesn't have other problems. Look, and then she had to deal with me and my cat and crying. The narcler dealt with a lot of that. I was calling her crying, like, anyway, the point is it would have been weird if I cried and didn't tell you guys. I don't know. I didn't want to do that to you. I don't know why Amber's doing this to us. Simba does live the street life, G. That he sure does. He's a purebred alley cat. There's no alleys here, but I'm sure he's probably found some porches and things. Wait, what am I doing? I didn't even get the video pulled up yet. Alright, well that's... Hi everybody, gotta get my medicine. Hi. And then I'll get things set up. Oh yeah, I am woefully unprepared for today. I'm not sure. Well, I spent time getting my hair ready for this. Not that much time. It was very easy, but still, I was working on it. Okay. Rachel said Simba's antics are still a better movie than Cats. I've never seen Cats. Is it good? I've never seen it. I'm actually, it's not that I'm not a cat person, but I definitely wasn't before Simba. Like, I was definitely not a cat person before Simba. He melted my cat heart, I want to say. He was actually my first cat. So, either way, guys, I am rambling. Whoops. I'm rambling while I get the video up. I'm sorry. I promise I'm not relaxed. Oh, here we go. All right. This is a traumatizing hospital experience. It wasn't just a hospital experience. It was traumatizing because going to the hospital is usually a pleasant and enjoyable experience for all that only takes 20 minutes. And you have all your questions answered and all your problems solved.
Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. So I know...
Hi. I mean, if Amber had a bad experience at the hospital, it's not unique. Nobody likes going to the hospital. That's why nearly everybody avoids going to the hospital as much as they can. But Amber seems to go to the hospital for fun on a Friday, so...
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to a new vlog. So I know I used to say, hey guys, I don't know what happened, but I kind of shifted away from that. Like, I used to say, hey guys, in literally every single
Amber,
video.
it doesn't, who cares? Is there a big difference between hi guys and hey guys?
But I don't know. We're kind of rebranding here.
Rebranding. Oh, Amber's brand new and funky fresh and healthy and fit and all of it.
Oh my god. I want you guys to know that a symptom of bipolar, which I have, a big one is like...
That's right. She has bipolar with a capital H. It's never going to get any better. There's no hope for people with bipolar disorder. You're always going to have the same problems over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I get it, but see, it's all that it boils down to the thing about waving your problems around like a flag instead of trying to improve them. It doesn't mean you're always going to be impulsive. You're always going to be all these horrible things. You can recognize that part of yourself and work to improve it with a therapist, or you could complain about it as if it's something you can't change on YouTube. Pick your pill.
Decisiveness and genuinely making decisions off of impulse. That's me. That's what I do. Speaking of,
it doesn't have to be. Like, I understand that you're like maybe you're more inclined to do that than another person, and I get it. But if you recognize it, then you can work to improve it. You don't have to be impulsive. You can work on that.
Bipolar. I actually just made an appointment with my psychiatrist. I want to talk to her about my Lamictal. I'm thinking of maybe decreasing it just a little bit. And I'm also thinking about maybe I should stop taking Zoloft, because I do take Zoloft for anxiety. Not working at all. And I don't see a point in taking a medicine, especially one that like chemically switches your brain chemistry.
So here's the thing. I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety in the past. And the thing is, medicine is only one part of the equation, right? You can't expect the medication to do all the work for you. She also might need a higher dose, to be honest.
If it doesn't...
I'm not a doctor, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, in my experience, what it sounds like, right?
Work. I don't see the point in that at all. So it's something I'm going to talk to her about and see what she thinks. So I need to get back on track with just life in general. I don't know. I just feel out of sorts. Absolutely out of sorts. I just don't know how to express
I've never seen you insorted, whatever that means. I've never seen her sorted. What do you mean you need to go back to it?
myself right now, or like explain what's happening. So I'm actually gonna like re-download my Fitness Pal, make a new profile.
Oh, there you go, Amber. Guaranteed success.
Love for you guys to add me on there. So I'm gonna link her below if I remember. Click the link, add me, message me, you know, do. Like, let's be friends, whatever it may be.
Like, let's be friends, whatever. Like, you know, she's so not into it. I don't know. In my opinion, Amber, I think she needs to approach weight loss less casually. In my opinion, considering where she is now and where she needs to go, she's very, let's just be friends. Whatever happens, happens. It is what it is. Whatever, right? I don't know. Like, weight loss is actually something you have to do very deliberately and on purpose, and so you have to, like, think about it.
Yeah, let's just, you know, vibe.
Just vibe. That's... So now we're on the vibe diet.
Oh my god, you guys, I need to update words. You guys, I need to update you on my journaling. I have been journaling so freaking much. I'm gonna set you guys down. And you're gonna like stare at my ceiling because, you know,
because, well, God forbid you do a jump cut.
Just
then I can't.
The way that life goes, you know, ceilings can be friends too, okay? No, but the reason why
why don't you, like, she doesn't have a tripod, and she had one and then she gave it away to Goodwill, and now she's showing us the ceiling. Jeez, this is like a starch vlog thing, but my starch vlogs, guys, would get a few hundred views. Amber has like 200,000 subscribers.
Looking at my ceiling is because I am grabbing my journals. I want to.
That's right, editing queen Jody.
You guys, the ones I have completed. Okay, so I have actively journaled daily since June 18th of 2021.
Nice, and it's doing so much for you, I can tell.
So it's been, wait, let's do a little Google. How many days has it been? How many days has it been since June 18, 2021? according to Google.
Why am I still looking at the ceiling? And now I'm looking at her thumb. Like, what the frig is this shot? Amber, get a tripod. They're like $20 on Amazon. What is the matter with you?
Oh my God.
You spent $20 on a Slurpee.
June 18th, 2021 to October 6th, 2022 is 475 days. I have daily journaled, and I have not skipped one single day.
Oh my God, Amber. Congratulations. Spielberg Lynn. Your memoirs, you're getting them written.
That's queen shit, okay?
No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, it's S, all right, but...
All the journals.
I'm sorry, guys. Oh, she's got stickers on her journals.
So, a lot of people are like, when you journal, like, do you draw? No. I don't doodle. Don't use stickers.
Don't use stickers. Amberlyn Reed. 2022, sorry. It's covered in stickers.
I mean, I did decorate this just because I was bored one day. I don't even know.
So you do play with stickers. It's all right. It's fine that you play with stickers. It's just weird that you're showing a sticker-covered book and you're like, I don't play with stickers. I don't drink coffee. Nope. Never.
Nothing but words. Just words and words and words. Word vomit on every single page.
I'm sure
so
it is.
So this is my first completed. My second. Third. This one really went through it, apparently. It's like pen stains all over it.
Oh boy. That one in particular, I've seen a lot of binge monsters.
So we have a sloth moment. Fourth. This one's a big one. This took forever to fill. This one at the first page.
This one, you're not even showing us. This one, you're showing. This is horrendous. God.
I say how many days is in each book. This one is 194 days. This one is February 25th to September 7th. Isn't this one? Like, wow. The journal I'm on now is this really pretty...
I don't mean to make fun of journaling. Actually, mertz journals. Yes, thank you, Anna, for reminding us that stickers is good for the brain. And Amber knows that. So...
The, like, velvet burgundy one.
Ooh, a fancy journal for your fancy thoughts, Amber.
And we're almost finished. Like, we're almost finished. So, I chose my next one, which is also another, like, velvet. We have some really cute giraffes. Reach for new heights. So, we're just journaling a lot. I have had people ask me, like, what do you journal about? I don't know where to start.
Okay. Midori wants proof that they're filled. It's not that I don't want proof. It's just, I kind of just don't care.
I just create no rules for myself.
I know, Amber. We know. You know, one rule, just one, wouldn't kill you.
For the longest time, like, I wanted to daily journal.
Like, but just because you hold back on doing certain things because they harm you in the long run. You know, the type of things that are enjoyable in the moment, but they're harmful in the long run, right? I can think of a ton of things like that. It's okay to not do those things. It doesn't mean you hate yourself. It's okay to avoid things that are going to harm you in the long run. Things that don't... No, I'll be more specific. For example, food. It's okay to avoid baking a cake because you feel like a piece of cake that day. Because you know then you're going to be eating cake for days going forward. It's... There's like a notion that means you hate yourself and you're punishing yourself and all this. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Jeez.
Decided to throw out the rules. You know, journal how I want, say what I want. I talk about my day. I talk about...
Amber, tell me one rule you ever had once.
People in my life. I talk about my past. I talk about my future. I talk about trauma I've been in. Just literally everything. Like, anything you can think of. Like, from the food I ate to, like, me being freaking sexually abused when I was younger. Like, it... wide variety. And, like, it's, like, literally one paragraph is, like, sweet little...
She kind of just threw out that matzo ball very casually. That was. She just dropped that bomb very casually. That she went through that. Very. You, Samantha said, her angle here is bad. You think? Right, or like a trigger warning or something, right, Javi? Like, that was like. Alright. Alright, Amber.
Candies with
Right, just a casual essay mention. No trigger warning, no. Just. Bleh. That was the first time I ever heard anything like that coming from Amber. Have you guys heard that? Tell me if you've heard that before. Type 1.
like cotton candy with some like rainbows and hearts. Next paragraph is like dark, scary, like there might be a ghost in the corner, might not be. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyways.
Me
Journal,
either.
journal, journal, no matter what it's about, it like helps so much. Like, what is this frizz happening?
All right, time for a Lego
The
segment.
frizz is because you don't take care of your hair or yourself. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Frizz happens. Look. Obviously, I pay a lot of attention and spend a lot of money on my hair, and it still gets frizzy. So, whatever. What
We're
do I
gonna do
know?
the next one. So this is how it looked last time.
All right, I'm cool with this whole Lego thing. Like, this is interesting to me. I'm sorry, it is. It's kind of cool. I mean, this is a hobby that takes you away from food, and that's nice, right? Plus, I don't think a kid can do this. I don't know if this is technically they would call it an adult Lego. I don't know, but I'm just very confident that my nieces could not get this together. So it's like, it's an adulty-er hobby than some of her other hobbies. And look, it's cool. And then she's going to have a globe at the end. Look at that nice-ass base. Look at that. That is sturdy and brown. Sturdy and brown. Congratulations, Amber. Got a nice globe base there. It's the only solid foundation to be found on this channel.
And there's always an extra piece. Love that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. Like, what's that little... Wait, is she just gonna leave that there?
On it. I'm
Kind of
pretty sure
bothers me. See, she's just moving it around. It's like, what is that piece? It's like... What is that? It's bothering me.
the bottom. And there's always an extra piece. Love that.
Okay, so it is time for
Hi.
a little torrid moment because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 things, okay? Looks like you guys are in jail, but you're not, I promise. I
What
just
the
have you
hell kind of
sitting-
angle is it? What angle is this? Of all the places you could put the camera, you put it there? Look, the dang... Sorry, guys. The entire shot is basically shelving unit. I see more shelving unit than I see anything else. There was nowhere else that you could have put the camera. Nowhere else. Jesus. I can't.
Opening one thing per vlog for literal months, but like years ago I would order from Torrid a couple times a month. Now I order maybe every 2.5 months, so it's really not that much.
So wait. So you have... How many months do you have Torrid just laying around? Yes, hon.
My tooth came out.
Okay. I'm sorry, hon. I'm streaming right now. We'll talk about it later, all right?
Less.
Oh my
honestly.
God.
Me and Torrid, we're just friends, okay? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. It is the sweater. Wait, I am pumped. It's
I
this
can't even
black
see the
sweater.
sweater.
It says Lee.
Okay, I love that. I love that. Like, I actually love that. I friggin' love that. I need that. What's that? That's a sweatshirt? What? Right? Who said that? Oh, that was good. Strawberry Shortcake said, how fitting. Amber's behind bars in her own home. Right. Yeah, that's what it looks like. How appropriate. And what put her behind those bars? Her friggin' Uber Eats.
Me alone. Oh my god, I love this. And like the lettering.
This is I have to. Guys, I'm sorry. I have to buy this like right now.
Towel material. I don't really know how to explain it, but I love it. It's so cute and cozy. So next thing,
I need to buy that. I have to buy that. That looked so nice, and I want it for me.
A t-shirt, but
that's right. Who's Double S Jess said Tord stole that phrase from JP Metz. Tell me about it.
the front of it,
it's called chenille fabric. I don't care what the frig fabric that sweatshirt is. The fabric is that belongs on my body. That's what that is.
has a chest piece. I personally love
good.
this. I think it's super cute.
Are you sure that's a chest piece and not the back, Amber? You better double check.
And I am excited to wear it. I love the simplicity, but you can totes dress it up.
Amber, how do you... Amber, you wear the same black pants whether you dress up or down anyway.
So I got myself like a sleep moment. It is a gown, but I thought it was so cute. It has buttons, as you can see. It's black. The sleeves are probably like 3/4 sleeves. Oh my god, there's a cute little pocket.
All right, I don't hate that.
I love it. And this is that material that seems cooling.
Cool.
That's the best way to describe it. It's just like the material is colder than the other materials that I touch.
You guys are so fun. Dress it up for what? She did say chest piece, Melt a Butter Princess. Not the first time we've heard that before on this channel.
So that's why I say that. I don't know how to explain it. So last but not least, we have another sweater because cold weather is here. Weather. You guys look how adorable. Like normal sweater vibes, right? But then there's this satin pocket. Like just that little touch goes such a long way.
That's a random pocket.
So cute.
I don't like pockets like that. It's not big enough for anything. What the hell do you put in those chest pockets? I can't put my phone in there.
That's all of the items are black today.
I guess it could be a little pocket for my vape, maybe. I don't know.
So I added my new Torrid clothes on top.
Yeah, the Narkler pointed this out. These piles are basically just piles of new Torrid and stuff. Like, she's acting like it's laundry. No, it's clothes she needs to put away. Like, this is all... The Narkler said this. This was all probably clothes that were just laying around her apartment from Torrid hauls that she just throws around on the floor. Then she gathers them and puts them in another pile in the bathroom instead of just hanging it up. Like, if you don't have room for your clothes, maybe that's a signal to stop buying them.
Mount Torrid. Not all my clothes is from Torrid, but a large majority. And if you haven't watched my 2 last vlogs, these are all clean.
Can't recall her. Has she done a haul from anywhere else other than Torrid?
Are new. Regardless, they need to be put away. We don't need to judge. Everyone has bad habits, and this is simply just one of mine. So I am going to put some away. No, I'm not going to put all of them away. I get bored.
No, absolutely not. You got to leave some in the bathroom, Amber. Why would you put them all away? That's ridiculous. No. Don't worry, everybody. She's still going to leave some in a pile in her bathroom.
My mind, I get insanely distracted, so I'm going to put some away. Here is a before and after. We made a dent, folks. We did, okay? It actually felt like I put away so much more than I actually did.
I'm sure it did. While you're hanging up clothes, you're also slugging around 500 pounds.
But I did it. I did some. If you're procrastinating on anything, just do a little bit and you'll feel a lot better.
So you're just going to leave that huge pile there? We're into the next day. You're just leaving that there?
So I just got out of the hospital. I woke up with really bad pain on my left side in my back, and when I breathe in, it's like this sharp pain and it feels horrible. I called my doctor just to make an appointment.
It sounds like gas. Was that just me? I just had gas a few days ago. That's kind of like what gas feels like.
But they said there's no available appointments. And
ABC asked, how is she proud? I tell you what, I don't know, but I wish I could be her just one day, because I'm like never, I don't mean it to sound like ridiculous. I'm like rarely proud of myself. Like proud? Like, come on.
with your symptoms, you need to go to the ER. So I ended up going to the ER, and they're glad that I did. Me too. Because when you have symptoms like that, especially because it felt like I was also short of breath, you know, breathing in was hurting really bad. So it's like something could be wrong with my lungs, or they even said that it was like possible heart attack. So they gave me an EKG, as you can still see. I haven't taken any of them off. Also,
I'm sure you're gonna leave those on like a tattoo you're proud of for who knows how long.
And thankfully the EKG was perfect. I also got my blood taken.
So do we figure, this is what I'm thinking, because we had absolutely no, I believe she went to the hospital because I see the leads, right? And she's clearly in Winifred's car or their car or whatever the frig that is. So do we think that, I think the reason why Amber hasn't had like much footage inside like the hospital or the doctors lately is because Winifred just kind of drops her off. I don't think Winifred is in there with her. I think this clip is when Winifred picked her up from the hospital when she was done. I don't think... Oh, of course it was a perfect EKG, Megan. The EKGs are always perfect. You guys ever get an EKG? And every time it's like, what's the point? You never find anything. At least that's in my experience. Like, you go to the doctor for something and they're like, oh, we'll give you an EKG. Why? I'm just going to have to pay for it in the bill and you're not going to find anything. The one time that EKGs weren't perfect for me was the one time I needed them to be able to go home. That was one time I was in a clinical trial. I'll save you the whole story. But my EKG kept, like, okay, I take the medicine at the hospital. In a few hours, if your EKG looks good, then you can go home. Nope, it would never be good. And it would be something that would just go away in a few hours. And I'd have to wait for I don't know. I'm going off.
I have a whole story with that, which was honestly so terrifying. You guys will never, ever believe what happened. I am a mess. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm currently not wearing a freaking bra because I had to get it... The freaking lady took it off because I got an x-ray of my lungs, which my lungs and my heart look normal. So long story short, they're really glad that I went in because the symptoms are, you know, scary.
So she did all these tests and they found nothing. Guys, I am not a doctor. Do we think she had gas? I just felt like when I had, I'm just gonna be honest. When I had really bad gas the other day, like it just felt like a sharp, like when I breathed even. It was like, ugh, I hate it when I have gas. Luckily, that rarely happens, but and it probably passed while she was in the hospital and moving around.
Since everything looked normal, turns out I just have like a strain, like a really, 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 really bad back strain, which is so weird to me, so crazy. So I made an appointment with my doctor.
Why is that weird or crazy? You are 500 pounds. Why do you think you can move around safely? Like an average person. I don't get it.
For next week.
Like, why are you shocked that you hurt your back?
But,
plus, guys, didn't I tell you you're going to hurt your back if you're using a cane wrong? I always said that when Amber was limping around with the cane that nobody told her to start using. I said it. I said they didn't show her how to use the cane in the hospital. She just bought a cane. And now she's shocked that she hurt her back. I told you guys this was going to happen. By the way, guys, don't just start... If you have a hurt foot or something... Don't just start limping around with a cane that nobody showed you how to use or told you to use it. You gotta be shown how to use that cane by like a physical therapist person, because otherwise you can hurt your back. Especially if you're friggin' 500 pounds like Amber. Lisa Lou said if she had a, quote, really, 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 really bad back strain, she would not be moving. Well, I think I've said this before. She's probably so used to the pain that she's in all the time that she just thinks it's normal.
They originally told me you need to go to the ER.
Wait, did she call a nurse a lady? Did I miss it? Oh my god. Well, it's Amber, guys. Anyway.
That's the only reason why I went. I'm glad I went. No, I don't feel as scared. I don't know how I straightened my back. I guess.
Oh, I do. From using the cane wrong. And here come, I'm sure Amber would, come at me with something else like, no, I haven't used the cane in a few weeks. Blah, blah. I'm sure she would. You hurt your back. Walking around effed up. You never got the PT or whatever you needed after your foot, whatever. Like, that's how you hurt your back. And that's why you have to follow up with these people so that you don't hurt your back when you have an injury.
Could have been because, I hurt my ankle, the ligament thing.
Oh, wait, she called her that freaking lady? Anyway, I'm talking too much. Sorry, buddy.
And I, laid up in bed for a while, and like how I had to maneuver myself was very different compared to how I usually maneuver myself in bed. And I guess it makes sense, but it's still scary. So on the way to the x-ray room, I was walking through the halls. They asked if I wanted to use a wheelchair, and I said no, because like, why? I don't need one.
Okay.
But I was walking.
The reason why is because you're a friggin' liability. That's why, Amber. Why? Are you serious? You're a liability. And it's not just you. They put even average-sized people in wheelchairs when they're in the hospital so that they don't trip and fall and become a liability for the hospital. You are a walking liability. My dog's driving me nuts. Let me let her out my room real fast. All right, Rosie. Hang on. I'll move all this stuff out of the way for you. Okay. Let's go. Jesus. I don't know, guys. That's why I don't necessarily love having Rosie in here while I'm streaming, because a lot of times she doesn't feel like just sitting there for an hour while I'm streaming, and then she gets up, she has to pace. All right.
I ended up using a wheelchair, and I'm about to tell you why. I was walking and I had my IV, this situation type deal. It's not an IV anymore, but I had the IV, and all of a sudden, as I'm walking, I heard something fall, and I didn't know what it was. And then I just felt this hot, like weird feeling go down my arms, and I looked, and the freaking IV fell out of
So because you just had to show off that you can walk and be a friggin' liability to everybody who works in that hospital, you dumb blank. That's why they ask you to do it. They want you to sit in the chair so that you don't walk around dribbling blood everywhere. Here we go. I kind of remember this now. Oh my god.
Arm, and I was gushing blood all over me. Oh my god, it was all over.
Yeah, because you just had to be standing. You just had, no. I'll walk. Even though I'm going through this horrible situations, I'm gonna walk, and I'm gonna show how strong my legs are. Even though I'm 500 pounds, I'm an inspiration. Look at me while I'm walking.
And the way that they reacted was so calm, so collected. Like 6 different people like that worked there from like 6 different areas just like came, cleaned up the floor real quickly. I started crying.
Yeah, they were calm and collected because it's not that big of a friggin' deal. Let me tell you what. Quick story. I know I keep talking, but I have when I have MS relapses, I have the Solumedrol IV, right? The IV's in my arm for 3 or 5 days, depending on how long I'm taking steroids. One time I was taking steroids at home. This is while I was still working. I was working 2 jobs at the time. At the time, I was one of only 2 managers that worked at Spencer's, and they were calling me at least once a day, every day, asking me to come back in. But I had an IV in my arm, and I was taking steroids. They were desperate. My poor assistant manager was working alone. Open to close every day. Friggin'. So finally, I get my last dose of steroids, right? And I'm waiting for the nurse to come to take it out for me. And I'm feeling better by then. And they're calling because inventory was coming up. Like, it was the week of inventory I had this relapse. So I couldn't take it, and I took it out myself, and I went to work. You want to talk about blood everywhere? Oh my god, it was terrible. That was the dumbest idea. But anyway, I did stop the bleeding myself eventually. I'm just saying. And then once I got to work, I didn't last long. I had to go back home. I did not feel good, and I was bleeding everywhere. Anyway.
I'm scared. Like, I've never had anything like that happen. It was like blood was just everywhere, all over my arm.
So you think that nurses and doctors have never seen that before? You think they've never seen an IV being... It's not that big of a deal. IVs come out. Yeah, they bleed a lot. I've had... Yeah, great, Sophie's here, but she said she had a butterfly needle. Gushing is such an overstatement. I don't know, butterfly needle. Oh my god, I know that, and this was not a butterfly that I had at the time, guys. It wasn't that big of a deal. It really wasn't. It just took a long time to stop bleeding.
Hand and all over the floor. But they quickly cleaned up part of my arm. I still have a lot of blood on my actual upper arm, but I'm not gonna show you guys that. And it was just gushing. I don't know how it fell out. I'm thinking maybe it was part of my cardiac.
You're thinking maybe you shouldn't have been walking? Maybe you shouldn't have been walking around while you have an IV in your arm? Like, come on, Amber.
Like, pushed it out, / when you're walking,
God,
your blood
I'm irritated too. Melted Butter Princess said that. I am also so irritated. Exactly. The Danny P said, it's almost like the IV is in a vein.
So it was just like the mixture of everything. It just fell. And it was like, oh my god, it was so traumatizing. Like, it was just scary. I was already
like a tiny little butterfly needle. Yeah, they fall out. Even if you have a big needle, they're not that big.
Anxiety, obviously, like, you're at the hospital, you're scared. But yeah, they were just really, really nice, kind. Cleaned it up rather quickly. I was scared. Like, I feel like if that...
Cyrita asked, did she leave those stickers on for the video? Yes, she did. Anybody else with EKG leads takes that stuff off immediately as soon as the EKG is done.
If that would have happened to anyone, you guys would have been scared. Like, honestly,
No.
Can be dramatic, but I feel like sometimes it's very validated. So it was just traumatizing and gave me a little bit of PTSD because, like...
Traumatizing? And gave her PTSD. Because her IV fell out.
Diagnosed with cancer when I was like rushed to the ER, and there was blood like everywhere in the hospital because of me, and it reminded me of that. There was blood everywhere in the hospital because of me again, and it was just like so traumatizing, and I don't know, it was an experience. So when I do anything labor, like walking, oh my god, it hurts so bad because, like, obviously I'm bigger, so I breathe heavier and more when I do laboring activities.
Amber, you were 500 pounds. Stop talking about it as if you're 30 pounds overweight. Jesus.
Thing as simple as just walking. So, thankfully, a wifey...
Yeah, it's almost as if you should stop ordering Uber Eats.
Into the pharmacy for me. That's where she's at right now, and she's getting me medicine.
Oh, Winifred's doing all this and that's for hers.
Because they prescribed
baby Amber's getting her taken care of.
Me something called lidocaine. It's like a lidocaine patch to put on me, and my blood pressure was a little elevated. I was like so sad. I was like, my blood pressure is like normal, and they're like, oh, it's because you're in pain and you have anxiety, and it's completely normal. I guess a lot of people who go to the ER, their blood pressure just automatically is a little bit higher than normal. My blood pressure was 148/88. It's a
Yeah,
little
it's
elevated, but they said that's
definitely
totally normal. My pulse was 82.
You know, I don't know, hospitals are like that. Like I've seen I've been in the hospital or in ERs, you know, or at least when ones I go to are usually pretty crowded, and I listen to blood pressures, and they're like 160 blah 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 over 90 something. They're like, "Okay, blood pressure's good." And I'm like, "What?" Okay.
Saturation was 97%. But yeah, they did.
Yeah, Racy J said it's not that bad. I I don't know. I don't know. My blood pressure at the doctor's was 107 over, what was it? 70 something? I forget. I don't mean to, like, I'm fluffing my hair.
EKG, the chest x-ray, took my blood and everything.
I got to one up Amber, you know. I'm a reaction channel. I do what I do to feel better than Amber. So I just got to keep needling know that I have better blood pressure than Amber.
Looked completely normal and perfect. So I'm really glad about that. But today's been a day. Sorry the lighting's weird. It's because
yes, she is perfectly healthy, Christy. Perfectly healthy. Yes.
I feel like do that, but oh no. The sun actually feels really good. I don't know. I just wanted to update you guys on that. The lighting.
Thank you for the update, Amber. That was a riveting experience you've been through. Megan said, "Do they weigh you at the ER?" Am I the only I feel like when I go to the doctor or anything, they never weigh me. Am I the only one? Which is disappointing because sometimes I want to see what I weigh. And I don't know. I tell them what they ask me and your weight, and I tell them, and they just believe me. Like I could lie.
Really weird on my chest. This would be how it naturally looks, but I keep putting down this little doodad here, and then it makes my chest look weird. So it is what it is. I don't really care. Like, this is real life. I have an appointment next week with my doctor, thank God, because your girl was scared. Like, to wake up and feel that way, it felt so
You should have listened to me and not used the cane. And now I bet you probably have a messed up gait because of it.
Honestly felt like something was wrong with my lungs, and they gave me a little bit of medicine while I was in there. It's kind of worked. They put it in my IV, and after my IV fell out, oh my God, it looks so weird. After my IV fell out, I said I don't want it back in, and they didn't have a reason to put it back in, so thank God. You know, it's just more shit that I have to deal with, and just be
So I don't want it back in. Well, what if you needed it? They probably couldn't wait to get rid of you, Amber. Like, that's all I gotta say. They probably couldn't wait to get rid of you. You don't get in the wheelchair when they asked you to. Friggin', you don't want the medicine going back in. Like, they probably could, this sounds like... I'm sure they were thrilled when you left. They didn't even bother taking your leads off for you.
queen shit, okay? You just have to go through things to be stronger, you know?
Oh, Amber, you are so strong and inspiring. I'm really thankful for Amber for sharing her traumatic experience. Yeah, Christy said a hostile freaking patient. Sounds like it. Okay, yeah, Amy said I worked in level 1 trauma ER. We never weighed anybody, too busy. Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm talking about even when I go to the doctor. I mean, I guess my neurologist does weigh me, but I only see him like once a year. So, you feel inspired, Sophie? That's good. I know, me too. I feel like improving my life now after watching that. I think I need to be better so I can be more like Amber and treat my health as seriously as Amber does. Well, the Narkler told me that this was a really infuriating one, but I don't think that this was more infuriating than her videos have been. What do you guys think? I mean, it felt like kind of like an average video for me. They're all infuriating. She, I don't know, always knows better than doctors. It just really ticked me off when she said, I don't know, when she refused the wheelchair. Like, the reason why they want you to sit in the wheelchair because you're a liability. I don't know if you guys realize this about hospitals. That's why even when you're fine and they're letting you out, they wheel you out of the hospital. You don't walk out of the hospital. Though, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure how many bariatric wheelchairs the average ER has that could fit Amber. I don't know. So maybe they were relieved she didn't want a wheelchair. I'm not sure. Yeah, Eloise said the BS in the beginning about her, quote, bipolar infuriated me. See, I just don't like it when she talks about her mental health issues and her apparent EDs and stuff like that as if it's a fixed problem that you can't do anything about. And that is such a shame because, yes, you'll always have these conditions, I suppose, but you can work with a therapist and work on some behaviors. It doesn't mean it's fixed. It doesn't mean you can never change any of these behaviors. Am I wrong? Like, you gotta learn other ways to cope with anxiety. Anxiety comes along with life, and, you gotta talk to your therapist and come up with coping strategies, and you can't expect the medication to do everything for you, I guess. Well, that's true. Druid has said the scooters at Walmart, but no wheelchair at the hospital. Oh, no, no, no. She doesn't use scooters anymore in stores, apparently. I don't know. I don't know if she's still not going to stores because of her ankle. Who knows, guys. She just mentioned her ankle like twice for sympathies, and then when she didn't get sympathy, she stopped talking about it. Amber doesn't see, the thing is with Amber is Amber doesn't have like, I don't know how much Amber talks to like other people or friends or family members or other people that live life, but these things that she describes as traumatic are kind of just normal things that normally happen. And I mean, having like an IV and needles and all that's kind of an unpleasant experience for literally everybody. Like, nobody likes having an IV for whatever reason. I don't like having an IV because I used to be a really tough stick. Thank God. I guess that was weight related because I'm no longer a tough stick. But I mean, I used to get prodded and poked and like, God. Jeez. One time I was having an MRI done, and you have MRIs with contrast sometimes, and they have to inject dye during the MRI. They had to put the injection. They had to put that in my foot because they couldn't find veins on my arms. They injected the dye on my foot, and it was unbelievably painful because they couldn't find another vein. Jeez. Like, everybody has bad experiences, and I would not call that traumatic. It was annoying. the crypto anarchist said, "I'll show you a tough stick." Jesus. This isn't that kind of stream. That's right, Tequila and Donut said Amber's high ankle sprain drifted higher. Oh my God. Wait, Racy J said that was 16 years ago? I'm not sure what was 16 years ago exactly. I'm not sure why you said it. But that foot experience may have been 16 years ago, now that I think about it. Maybe longer. Oh, good point. Megan said, I'm surprised she hasn't shown herself decorating the apartment for Halloween. Did Becky take all the decorations with her? Does Winifred not want all that Halloween shit in the apartment? Like, where? That's a good point. Where's all the Halloween stuff? I didn't even think about that. Also, what's going on with Ozempic? What's going on with their high ankle sprain? What's going on with Ozempic? What's going on with her cancer? What's going, like, guys, we just dang flat don't know. All right, so I guess I'll just about wrap this one up. So I will be live the next time Amberlynn uploads. I'll be live usually the next day around noon, but I'll let you know exactly when in the Discord. So make sure that you are joined. There is a invite link in the description. It is totally free. There's all sorts of different sections for different topics. The Amberverse is always hopping. That's where I usually am. And guys, that's about it. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day here, so I hope it is for you guys too. I hope none of you catch the virus this weekend, because it seems like everybody's friggin' getting it. For frig's sake. And, no tarot today, Jamie. Maybe in the future, but I just did one. It's titled that it has tarot in it, so it's a few streams back. You guys might want to catch that one. I read for, I gave Amberlynn a Celtic Cross, so you're probably going to want to watch. Alright guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you very soon. Bye everybody!